Welcome to Open Arms, an honest conversation about firearms. Hey everyone, I'm your host Brian Lochran, and guess what? It's another episode of an honest conversation about firearms. And we are continuing on with Candidate Week, right, Nikki?
Yes, we are. We have another candidate on today's show. I'm excited to hear what she has to say.
Absolutely. I mean, this is great for us. I mean, I'm loving learning all these people just right personally, right next to me, know what they're all about. This is fantastic stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Okay. I was still talking to you, Nikki.
I'm still here. I didn't go to sleep yet.
All right. Well, today on my show, I have Halla Maher on my show. Did I say it right?
Halla Maher.
Halla Maher.
Yes.
Halla Maher. Okay. I got Halla. Halla, what are you running for?
I'm running for Ventura County GOP Central Committee District 2.
Very good. Very good. I did do a little reading about you. And I take it that you were an immigrant that came here, correct?
Correct.
And where did you come from?
From Iraq.
From Iraq. So you came here to the United States, and you did it. The process was the correct way to come in to be a citizen. Is that right?
That's right.
That's very good. When did you come over?
I came when I was 8 years old. We
Really?
escaped Iraq, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's fantastic. You know, to hear that you actually did it right. You did the right process. You came into the country, and now look what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're trying to make a difference.
Absolutely.
Which
I
is-
know, my dad passed away in 2012. I know that if he was alive today and would see what's happening, he would be absolutely proud of the efforts that a lot of, non-political, never had political experience in the past to be standing up and saying we've had enough.
There you go. I mean, it's really, really nice to see that.
Yeah.
You know, from someone like you coming from another country, and you know that you had to get out of there for a reason to come to the United States to have a better life. And now here you are going to try to support and save our country to what it was.
I don't know if I could save the country,
But
but
you-
I know I could save our own backyard.
That's what you're trying to do. And, it all starts there. And that's what we have to start somewhere, and it'll grow, and it'll grow.
That's right.
That'd be fantastic. So, okay, with that said, what's your take on what's going on with our borders?
Ooh, it makes me angry actually because there is no process of knowing who is coming across our border.
Exactly.
We are living in a very, very dangerous time, and it seems like we haven't learned from 9/11
Yeah.
and the events that took, even after 9/11 that went on.
Exactly. Now again, you would like to see if people want to come to the country, do it the right way, go through the process, become a citizen legally.
That's right.
Correct.
Correct.
And we're all for that too, right, Nikki? We're definitely for that, for people to come to the United States.
I think, yeah. There's not just me and you. I think a lot of people are.
Well, no,
It's,
of course.
it's it's very scary. Like you said, there's the terrorist attacks. Like, you don't know who's coming in.
Yeah, and that's been a big issue lately.
Yeah. I was actually in D.C. about 3 weeks ago, and I met with the Judiciary Committee, and they confirmed that we have CCP here.
Really.
And it's just a matter of time before something happens. It's not just CCP, but it's people from other countries coming in, not for the right reasons.
Oh, of course. So yeah, we all know that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, obviously, you're a very strong supporter of the Second Amendment, correct?
100%.
There you go. Good deal.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. This is what I'd like to find out. When you were in Iraq, did you guys have a Second Amendment? Were you allowed to own guns? Were you allowed to protect yourself?
No,
Exactly.
not at all.
Yeah.
People ask the question, why do people flee to come to the United States? Why don't they stay and fight? So that's where I raise up the Second Amendment. I say they don't have anything to protect themselves against. When tyranny comes knocking, they have nothing.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
Second Amendment, as you know, it was so that when a government becomes tyrannical, we the people can stop it.
There you go. You know your Second Amendment.
I
A lot of
do.
people don't know that, but that was
I
very
do.
well said.
Yeah.
So Halla, so you obviously weren't raised on having firearms in your home when you were living in Iraq, obviously. When you came to the United States, when did you maybe get introduced to a firearm?
Oh, that's a good question. When I saw ISIS rampant,
Okay.
and it brought back memories from when I was a kid and the ability of not being able to protect yourself. And that's when I told my husband that we needed to purchase firearms and get trained on how to use it.
Nice. I like what you just said, that. Get trained.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
important to be trained for sure.
Beautiful.
Yep.
So then that's when you were first basically, when you were married, you guys decided to purchase firearms, get the proper training, so you were safe.
Correct.
And then did you ever get a CCW?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Very nice.
I did.
See, I love hearing these stories. You know, here you are coming from Iraq, fleeing a country that's just not a good thing, coming to the United States, doing the correct process to get into to the United States as a citizen, and then you know how important our amendments are. And now look at you. You're out there trying to make a difference, too, by campaigning, by running for office. And you got a CCW.
Yeah.
And you did it all.
I did.
I love hearing that.
Because we're in a free country.
That's it. There you go. That's it. That's nail on the head right there.
Yeah.
Okay, then do you have any kids?
I do. I have 2 boys,
Okay, ages?
12 and 13.
12 and 13. Now, have they been introduced to firearms at all?
We have, my husband
Okay.
has trained them on the safety
Perfect.
of guns.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, we always tell people, parents too, who get the safety training and have the gun, and we ask them about their if they have kids at home, always have them go through a safety training with them and the do's and don'ts and everything like that, which is really good. That's what our whole project Open Arms is all about. It's really to keep people safe when they're purchasing firearms, and also we're really strong on getting family values back.
Yeah, and you can never have enough training on guns.
Absolutely, you said it. Yeah, you want to keep on revisiting that to just make sure you always are well trained. And again, having a CCW is a very good thing. It just you're self protected.
It's a peace of mind.
Exactly, that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's great. And then, another thing, like I said, the family value thing. So obviously your kids are in school right now. What's your thoughts on how they're being taught these days? What give me a little rundown.
Well, I pulled them out of public school.
You did?
In first grade and kindergarten.
Okay.
Because I saw the writings on the wall. I saw the indoctrination. And I said, not my kids.
Yep.
So
A lot of people are doing it. They homeschooled then?
I homeschooled for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then now they're in private school.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. Yeah, I know. It's not just you. It's happening. A lot of people are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a shame that how this has just become such a weird area for how we're teaching our kids anymore in public schools. What happened?
Infiltration.
Yeah,
History's being rewritten.
that's true.
Now they have AI rewriting a whole bunch of things. I'll give you an example. My 7th grader was given a book, Anne Frank. Really good book. It's her diary of her
Anne Frank,
experience.
yeah.
Well, it was republished in 2013. And when it got published, they added 3 new pages that were very sexualized.
Really?
And the parents found out, went to the school, and the school got rid of those pages.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anne Frank. Hey, Nikki, have you ever read that book?
No, but I know about it. But there is actually a book called, have you heard of Icebreaker?
No.
It's this new trend right now on all these kids are reading it, these middle schoolers. But it's in the kids section. It looks all innocent, the cover, and it's like a porn.
You're
Wow.
Yeah.
gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. And it's marketed like it's in the tween section at the bookstore.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
That's what I mean. I mean, what
it's
is,
hidden, so they think the parents aren't going to know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just what is going on?
Right.
What happened to the days of just teaching our kids about our history, our country's history, our Constitution, our amendments. Say the Pledge of Allegiance before school. Before your school today starts. I just don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't know why. You know?
This is not the country that I came to. I'm not
Exactly.
recognizing it.
Exactly.
And it seems like the schools are trying to raise revolutionaries instead of humans that are going to contribute to society.
Yep.
You know, and when you hear Biden or Kamala saying they are our children, no, they're not. They're my children. They're not your children. But they use this verbiage because they're coming after our kids.
Yep, that's it.
And I don't know if you know this, but Newsom, a few years ago, and I wish I had the bill. I don't remember it, but it basically states that during the hours that kids are in school, they are not your children. They are the product of the state. So in that time frame, whatever they decide to do with your kids, let's say, a teenager is confused or, they can put them on hormone blockers and they don't have to tell you.
And that bill's passed?
Oh, yeah, years ago.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. It just gets scarier and scarier, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, it's like now it's almost like, what do you do with your kids? Just what do?
You just have to be involved. Stay on top of it. Teach your kids morality. What's right and what's wrong. Why are kids being taught about sex at such a young age?
Yeah, I know.
I lived in West Hollywood. And being gay never bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's when you come after my children and try to teach them what you do in the bedroom, that's where I draw that line in the sand.
Yeah.
My kids don't need to know what you do in the bedroom.
I do. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's horrible. Horrible. Well, Halla, where are you campaigning? Where can people see you? Where can they meet you? What's the latest thing you're doing?
We're knocking on doors.
Okay.
We're precinct walking. We've put ads in the newspaper.
Okay.
And we've held meets and greets.
Nice.
And just word of mouth, really.
Yeah. Do you have any more meets and greets coming up?
No.
Not till primary?
No.
Okay.
Not till the primary.
So then where can people, go on and read about you? Is there a website?
Yes.
Okay. What is that?
There is a website. It's votehalla.com. And you can also find me on Instagram. I am Halla Maher.
Okay. Perfect. Good deal. Yeah. Nikki will post all that stuff too in the description so people can find you that way very easily.
Yeah. I do want to mention that I am running with other people.
Oh, yeah.
In District 2, there are 7 seats. There are 14 running. And that is Tim McCarthy, Cheryl Hall, Dennis Maddock, Richard Lucas, and Sophia DiDomenico.
Beautiful. Yeah. I know most of them.
Yes.
So, it's a good group of people, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, very, very good. Other than, of course, your views on the Second Amendment and things like that, what else do you want to do? What else do you want to change? What's your policies?
Well, when I ran for city council in 2022, I received the endorsement from the Republican Party, from our VCGOP.
Yeah.
And I was thankful, but I did not get the support that I needed. There were several candidates that were running that felt the same way. We had 3 school board ladies running. We had a board of supervisor that was running, and none of us were supported. And even just on the basic things, and I'll keep it very basic, and that is, where do you go to find a trusted treasurer? Where do you go to find a reliable printer, a campaign manager? Just those simple resources, they were not there. I had to figure it out on my own. I had to figure out how to fundraise on my own. And so I just saw some inefficiencies that I feel that can be done better.
Okay.
And, it is not the job of the GOP to manage my campaign. That's my job.
Mm-hmm.
But the support and the resources would have been nice. And what I want to do is fundraise for the party.
Okay.
And as you know, conservatives get attacked heavily.
Of course.
And so to put your name out there and your family is pretty hard, right? And when you don't get the support, that becomes even harder. And you don't have people coming to the front line saying, hey, I'm going to run for office. So when you do have that, support that candidate.
I agree. I agree.
So
And it's been nice that since we started doing this podcast and bringing guests like candidates in, Nikki and I are learning more and more about just the different positions in government that people running for that I really never thought that was that important. You know,
I never even knew there was a central committee
neither did I
until I ran
didn't.
for office.
Yeah, it's one of those things. And again, I'm getting educated, and that's what we need to do is educate more people about that and how important it is.
Absolutely.
For things like that. You know, as maybe small as a little office might be, as big as the presidency, it all matters.
It all matters.
It all does. You know,
We didn't get to this point in our country by chance. We were asleep at the wheel. We weren't paying attention to what was going on.
that is true.
You know, and it's time to gain terrain back.
You're right. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's again, one of the reasons why we, put this whole facility together. We want to just help get our state back. We want to help get our country back. Get on the right track. I'm not saying, there's everything's bad, but there's good and there's bad, and we just want to get back to the way of life it used to be.
Yes.
Back to our country.
Yes. Yes.
Be proud to be in this country. Be proud to be what you have, the freedom you have.
Be proud of America.
Exactly.
Because there's nowhere else to go.
I mean, these people that step on the flag and burn the flag, and
I was just gonna say, when is the flag so defensive?
Yeah.
Like, be proud and wave our American flag.
That's right.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, my God, the way I grew up on the East Coast, and we worked. We're hard workers. We did what we could do. I mean, I started working at the age of 12 years old. You know what? That we had a good life because our country, we were free.
That's right.
And it was all about you work hard and you achieve what you get out of it.
That's right.
Simple as that. No one's handing me anything free. No one's handing out stuff. I'm going to sit back and get everything handed to me or whatever. You work for it, and that's how you make it.
That's right. Amen to that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the perfect poster child for an immigrant that you can achieve any goals you want.
You are.
I came to this country. My parents pretty much worked long, crazy hours to make sure that there's dinner on the table every night. And no one paid for my college. No one paved the way for me. I figured it out on my own. I went to San Diego State University, and then I went to USC, University of Southern California, and I got my master's from there. I worked 3 jobs to make that happen. No one handed me anything.
No, I am so impressed by you and what you did and how you achieved that. And everybody, this is the type of person that needs to be in office right here.
Thank you.
Are right. You are the poster child, if you ask me, for what America is all about.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate it. And
Thank you.
congratulations,
Thank
seriously.
you. Thank you.
That's fantastic. Right, Nikki? Isn't that just amazing?
It is. And what was I gonna say? Hold on. No,
Lost your
I was
train of
gonna say,
thought.
the American dream is dead. And you were saying you came here for the American dream. You worked hard, and you became a citizen. And nothing was
That's right.
handed for you. Nothing was paved. But I feel like the American dream is like gone. I mean, the prices you can't. Like, how do you save nowadays? It's just.
Yeah, that's
out of college, you get a job. You can't do that anymore.
no,
Yeah.
that's
Out here.
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. We have to get our country back to where it
we
used
do.
to be.
Yes, we
And
do.
it's going to be people like you that are going to make the difference.
And most people don't realize that local politics are your most important politics.
I'm learning that now. I tell you that
Yes.
right now. In fact, again, I go back to when we started this whole thing. I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
And if we could just educate the people out there too about how important that is, that's going to make a difference too. And
It's
you're right about
huge.
how important that local politicians are.
It's very, very powerful.
It is.
More powerful than what goes on in DC.
Yeah.
I just can't stress that enough. And I learned that during COVID, actually, because my husband is a firefighter. And during COVID, they came after first responders saying, you either take this shot or you lose your job.
I remember it well.
Well, a lot of these firefighters already had COVID because they were responding
Yeah.
to, that's what they do,
Uh-huh.
right? And so some of them said, well, it's an experimental drug. We don't, it hasn't been tested. And So long story short, I got activated, and I was calling the Board of Supervisors. I was calling City Council, and it just became apparent after being hours and hours on the phone, they don't care.
Nope.
It's a power trip.
Yep.
And that was when I woke up to how powerful local is. And that's when I said, that's it. I can't save LA, but I can certainly start in my own city.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very good. I commend you for that.
Thank you.
Awesome. You hear that, Nikki? Huh?
Yeah, I was going to say too that the firefighters, they were labeled heroes, but when it came to the vaccines, they were told them you have to lose your job. Well,
Yeah.
how is that?
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
heroes 1 minute, and now you're going to get rid of them?
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what we did.
Oh, let me
We
hear.
had about 6,000, roughly, if not more, people in front of City Hall saying, we're not doing this.
Really?
That's right. And they were, there's lawsuits right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, good. Good for you.
Yeah.
Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Well, Halla, I've loved everything I've heard from where you came from, what you achieved, what your policies are, what you're standing for, what you're going to do. This is a storybook situation. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I met you. I really am. I'm so
Likewise.
glad I had you on my show too, because again, these are the stories I like to hear. These are the stories I like to have people know more about too as well. It's
Thank you.
been phenomenal.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And then again, Nikki's going to list all the contacts for people to find you. And I do encourage everybody, please go to her website, learn about her, support her. This is right here what we need.
Yeah.
We need her in office. We need people like her to just bring us back.
I agree.
Yeah, good
If
deal.
you want change,
That's it. That's
you
it.
know, get out and vote on March 5th.
Very cool. That's it. March 5th. Come on, guys. Primaries. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
That's
All right. Well, thank you again, Halla, for being on the show.
Thank you for having
I
me.
want to definitely track your campaign and see how things go. And then after primaries, I'd like to have you come back in.
Okay.
We'll do some more.
Let's do it.
Just keep pushing for you.
Sounds
okay.
good.
All right. Good
Thank
deal.
you.
All right, Nikki, you're going to definitely post everything for her, right?
I will definitely do it. Everything will be on the description box below, and you can find Open Arms on Instagram at openarms.tv. And if you have any questions about today's show, you can send us a tweet over on Twitter at openarmsdt.
Very good. Thank you once again, Halla, for coming on my show. It's a very pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
All right. That's our show for today, guys. And always remember,
Safety, family, and the Second Amendment.
Have a good day.